The king is coming. The king is coming. The king is coming. Now I'm going to read a verse from 2 Samuel's, starting with the 6th chapter. And I could say the 13th verse, the 14th verse. And David danced before the Lord with all his might, and David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. This is 2 Samuel chapter 6, starting from verse 14. I'm in verse 16 now. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. And they brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts. And he dwelt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the woman as man, as well to the woman as man. To everyone a cake of bread and a good piece of flesh, good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, every one to his house. Then David returned to bless his household, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself. And David said unto Michal, It was before the Lord which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I pray before the Lord. Therefore will I play, not pray, but play, Play, before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in my own sight, and of the maid servants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child unto the day of her death. Now, in that context, David appeared as the Egyptian or Kemetic god Min, M-I-N, who showed himself erect as a phallic symptom, representing fertility or male fertility. Huh? Fertility and the male sexual organs, men, part of the nature of Ra. And I could say happy Aten Day. Aten Day. In Europe, it would be called Legba. And the Nordic call it Sunday, a feminine aspect of the sun. This is Aten Day. And in that context, as I said, David was dancing as men. You see, she said that he uncovered, in other words, he exposed himself. She called that vow to the woman, the maidservants. And David said he's be honored among the maidens. They honor him. And Michelle, because he despised that aspect of fertility of male potency, the male power, sexual power, she remained childless. So all the Bible is in the context of the male, the power of the male sexual organs. And he had like almost like a uji, like a fertility dance, a male fertility dance. And that's what that is in context. Okay, that's just one explanation of how the Bible is written and its meaning. Now, as I said, the king is coming. And one of my commands is that African Americans buy back Zambia, African country, Zambia, from the Chinese. $8 billion they are in debt to the Chinese. $8 billion for African Americans is a small amount in this rich country. You could do that in a year time or less to redeem Zambia, take over the debt that's owed to the Chinese, and take over that property that was indebted. We can do it. Also, we have to claim Sierra Leone, and Liberia, which was set aside for those who were formerly enslaved. Sierra Leone, we should have automatic citizenship. Okay? So that's what all the turmoil is going on in the world, from the coronavirus to the riots, the uprisings, the revolution, and the disturbance in the very Aten, what is called the sun itself. Sign that the king is coming. And more than that, the king is here. Go see the website, pyramidofTruth.com, pyramidofTruth.com.